Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kai calling Kaiser. I know I haven't dropped recently. I've been trying to get stuff done. I just graduated. Things like that. I got a lot of video ideas on the way, and thanks to those who waited. Thanks to those who didn't wait, or the ones who seen all the past videos I made before. I've also been working on music and stuff like that, so that's probably another thing I'll probably have in like the description. But today's interview is going to be with a beloved YouTuber that I actually do enjoy watching on YouTube. He, he showed me a lot of charisma. I guess that's the word. And I just want to say again, I am grateful. This video has already been really recorded. Most of the rest of the video is just me and him chatting. I hope I can do another interview with him sometime soon. And I plan to do more YouTubers on the way. I'm going to grow out this channel. You guys are in for a long video, but not as long as the other videos as I usually post. To put it simply, cut. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy my special guest today and have a good one. Hey everyone, back at it again with another video. Today I'm here with somebody, well, I'm genuinely surprised. I'm kind of nervous myself, if I'm gonna be honest with this one, because I didn't think I would get an opportunity like this, but I just want to introduce you guys to the Goon himself, Dr. Goons. If you know him, your channel name used to be Jobbers and Goons. What made you change it to? Because I did want to know that.
Yeah, Jobbers and Goons was like a brand I changed to because at the time I was predominantly doing two series, which was the Goon series, which is basically characters doing wild shit in fiction, and then
Mhm.
the Jobber series, which is characters taking like terrible losses in fiction. And so I was running with those. I was like, I think I'm gonna change it to this because at the time I wanted to lean away more from battles and go with like funnier stuff and lore based stuff for comics and anime. So I went with Jobbers and Goons, and then I realized a while later that people didn't know what to call me at that point. Do they call me jobbers? Do they call me goons? So I decided to change it to what people would probably call me if they like hopped in a VC with me and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Um, like we talked about before, what led to you to do? What was your inspiration on that?
In terms of YouTube, um, I guess like when I was younger, I realized you could pretty much do anything on YouTube because I used to watch Chris Smoove a lot. That's my favorite YouTuber ever. And he did a lot of like NBA 2K, funny shit, commentary, all that. And so I kept that in mind. I was an athlete myself, and then I got hurt. And so while I was out, I couldn't really do anything for like 11 months. I I think I watched either Death Battle or Danco, and it was a really shitty take. And I was like, damn, they get paid to say stupid shit. Like, I want to do the same thing. And so I started making content around that, and I had time to do it because I was hurt. And then it kind of stuck.
And how long have you been doing your content for? Because like I told you, I've found your channel around quarantine.
Yeah, I was making videos before that. I'd say several years now. I started kind of no real cosign or anything. I just popped up in the game and started making videos. Kind of you kind of
Mm-hmm.
throw them into the void and hope someone watches them or like cares about them. And then eventually, I think first video I did that got attention was Darkseid versus Thanos, uh, which was like a really bad take for me at the time. Funny enough, and then there was I did a debunker too on Death Battle, and that got my name up more. Um, I think, and then I did a Maury Jin video, and that like really exploded. My name started getting a lot bigger. Um, and I kind of, YouTube's weird to grow on, but I would say the last couple years I've definitely been more on the serious side of making content. I would say quarantine, and after that, I've been a little more serious about YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know what kind of content you make, well, now, because I know you're trying to do some newer stuff now compared to what you were doing a while ago.
Yeah, I do like versus battles, what ifs. Um, I did return a little bit to debunks. I do explained videos. I rant sometimes. I got
Mm-hmm.
some battle swaps in the making. Uh, I got like a tournament video that I'm hoping to drop tonight. Um, yeah, I do a whole bunch of different shit.
Man, what was I gonna ask? Oh, right. Okay. So I know you're a big fan of Doctor Doom. And one thing that I wanted to know, was there any character out there from any fiction? It doesn't even have to be Marvel or DC. Who do you like better than Doctor Doom, or is he like your number one?
Doctor Doom's definitely up there for me. Like I think he's a goated character for sure. Uh, given everything he's done throughout the years, but he's not my number one. I'd have uh I'd have Ben Grimm above him. I like Ben Grimm more. But the fact that both are kind of intrinsically tied to each other with the Fantastic Four beefing with Doom, yeah, that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of crazy that you get such high quality characters right there. Um, I would say DC side, I probably like Midnighter more than Doctor Doom. Um, it's kind of more a specific run, but it was a very long run. It was 1992 Jonathan Ostrander's run, and this was like
Mm-hmm.
61 comics, so several years. But that Spectre, that version of Jim Corrigan Spectre, that I like that. That's one of my favorite characters ever. Um, that character like lives and dies within that run. Hellboy, I fuck with Hellboy heavily. Um, Shen from Kingdom. It's a manga, and it does have anime and some live action movies. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Saul Pyang probably from Kengan. There's several. I do think Doom's goaded, but I have a lot of Joseph Joestar from part two.
Jojo. Okay.
Yeah, I'm planning on covering part two soon, like as a story review. And I think he's one of the funniest characters ever. Chewbacca,
Fair. Fair. Who doesn't love Chewbacca?
he's the goat. He's the goat wingman.
I don't know. I don't know anybody who doesn't love Chewbacca.
Yeah, it's true. He does. He really doesn't have any haters. You don't ever hear people say they don't like him.
Um, what's your opinion on Superman? Because me personally, growing up, and it's the same thing with Captain America. I personally was drawn to more liking the other side, like Batman or like Iron Man. I didn't really like Superman. I felt like he was kind of like overglazed too much as a character. And it's kind of the same for me when it comes to Captain America. But I'd say if I was to put those two in the same room and I had to pick, I would pick Superman over Captain America. Like I have more hate towards Captain America than like any character like ever in Marvel or DC.
Um, in terms of Superman, he's not. He's definitely not my favorite character. I used to really not like him. I thought he was boring. Didn't really care to check out Superman stories, but I kind of matured in that stance. Started reading more Superman, reading more about his rogues, different story he's involved in, and eventually you kind of concede like, okay, he's not too bad. So he's
Mhm.
cool. He's okay to me. I see him so much in my research that uh, he doesn't really bother me anymore. Um, some stories he's dope. Some stories he sucks. But that's the price of having so many storylines over the years. Um,
Mhm.
love Batman. I prefer Batman over Superman. Um, in terms of who's Captain America? I think Captain America is raw. Like I fucking love the way he swings on anything. Like he's not scared of anybody. And legit, well, like one time Odin was beating Thor's ass, and Cap was like, "Hold on, you're not gonna do my boy like that." And Iron Man was like, "What the fuck do you mean? What do you? That's Odin." Like, and he's like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna let him just beat up Thor." Iron Man was like, "You kind of have to let him. It's fucking Odin, you idiot." Like the fact that he was ready to just square up with Odin right there, that's goat shit. However, I
I can
will
respect that.
concede his comics are kind of fucking boring. Like he has several stories like no one cares about, so that makes it harder to like him. I think Iron Man's the same way though. Iron Man sucks. I don't think Iron Man's that cool. Um, I think Robert Downey Jr. saved the brand. Like
Fair.
he really put Iron Man on the literal map. Like, despite Iron Man having so many stories before that, he just really wasn't selling like that. And the boost of popularity came after the MCU. I
Mhm.
would definitely say if like your introduction to Iron Man was the MCU, I could see people liking Iron Man.
Um, I know one core memory I have, especially with my grandfather, was we went to go and see the second Iron Man movie that came out a long time ago, and it was a unique experience. I'll never forget that day. It was
Y-
awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie and everything like that.
Yeah, it was a
Oh, yeah,
good.
I
That
can
was definitely a
definitely
good
agree.
first movie for like a superhero.
Mhm. Um, now I know you don't cover it too much on your channel, and I know it's a big thing with me, and I was gonna eventually ask you this question. What's your opinion on the MonsterVerse
The
or any
MonsterVerse.
kaiju, uh, anything really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, MonsterVerse is dope. I've seen all the MonsterVerse movies in the theaters.
Mhm.
My favorite of the MonsterVerse is probably little like Baby Kong. I know he has a real name. I think it's like Saku or something, but I don't give a shit. That's Baby Kong.
Zuko.
He's yeah, Suko. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Zuko.
He's dope. I definitely like him. I plan on watching the Monarch show soon, and I'm gonna watch the Netflix Skull Island because
Mhm.
I do plan on doing some content around the MonsterVerse or at least including it in some fashion. I definitely enjoy it. I think MonsterVerse's Godzilla's dope. I definitely think they're knocking it out the park with Kong. I don't
Mhm.
think the characters matter, but they're also very open about saying we don't care if they matter. So it's like, all right, fair enough. Um, but besides that, they're fun movies. Dope action, the kaiju lore constantly expanding. It's like a fun loot. It's like a monster version of the Fast and Furious series, you know? Like you don't go into it
Mhm.
expecting the best writing you've ever seen in your life, but you're expecting some shit to blow up and dope looking
Yeah.
monsters. So I enjoy it.
If you were to line up um your favorite to least favorite out of all of the MonsterVerse movies that have came out so far, what would that list look like and why?
Ah, interesting. I would say, and I might switch a couple as I'm talking. Depends
Mhm.
on how I remember them. The first Kong movie, I think, was Skull Island. Um, I would have that above the first Godzilla movie. Um,
Mhm.
the second Godzilla movie, what that one was, who is it? Who was the beef with in that one? Was it Kong?
The second Godzilla movie was King of the Monsters.
When he beefs with Ghidorah, right?
King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that one was fire as fuck. That one's actually probably number one. Um, I would have New Empire above the original Skull Island and Godzilla. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, that's probably my order. So yeah, I'd have King of the Monsters number one. Godzilla
Okay,
versus
okay.
Kong, uh, probably. I think the new movie. I think the new movie had the best villain. I thought Skull King or whatever the fuck his name was dope. Um,
Mhm.
had the by far most personality, commanded the screen, was a piece of shit. Like he was perfect villain. Um, so I think the new one had a lot of good qualities to it. But yeah, King
Mhm.
of the Monsters number one for sure though.
Now, this is one that I gotta admit it does irritate me depending on who I talk to. Not saying it's not gonna irritate me talking to you about it, but I know I had an argument with someone about this in the comments and they sent me a video on it. Um, what's your opinion on Godzilla versus Kong?
The movie or like
Not
the
the
matchup?
movie, but like yeah, as in a matchup.
I mean, like obviously on paper, Godzilla should melt his ass. Uh,
Okay, that's
now
fair.
would I root for Kong? I absolutely. Um, I don't think their fight in the recent movie meant anything. Just
Mhm.
because Kong didn't want to fight him. He kind of had to find a way to trick him to go into the portal, so that
Yeah.
had some like context to it. Um, yeah, it should be Godzilla, but I think when I think it's a lot closer now than it used to be, for sure. Because
Hmm.
Kong's obviously familiar with how Godzilla fights now. Kind of knows how to counter it. If it's current versus current, that's interesting as well, given he has his
Hmm.
weapon and the upgraded arm. But probably Godzilla still.
My gripes when it comes down to it now with that topic is the guy he sent me like a video or something like that of of this dude he was scaling Godzilla from the very first movie versus 2024 Kong, and it said or something like that in the novelization that Godzilla wasn't at his peak or he wasn't as strong. He was like somewhat nerfed because of his battle with Muto Prime before he showed up in the first movie. And he was apparently a lot stronger than he seemed out to be. He was just that badly drained. And when he was covering the part for Kong in the novel, it just made him like seem weak, like he wasn't worth anything. And that's one thing that low key did piss me off because it was like, if you're going to portray him in that aspect, then what really is the point of GVK? You have your clear reason right there as to who really is on top, even spans to way back to the first film. And I honestly thought that was ridiculous. I don't know if he had shitty takes or what, but he was showing his proof of evidence as well as some Adam Wingard statements, and I was just like, "Come on, man, you can't be serious. You can't be serious with this shit I'm seeing." If I can find the video, I'll send it to you. You can check it out if you'd like, and then see how you feel about that. But when it was me, when I was watching it, I was just like, "Nah, I can't believe this. I can't believe it at all." Like, does he really not have any chance at all against him? Like none? I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe that's just me being
in New Empire, Kong literally got the drop on Godzilla and had him KO'd for a little bit. Like if he had killing
mhm.
intentions, he could have kept going. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, nah, that I mean, there's definitely an argument to be had with all the material out right now. I just probably favor Godzilla. Um, I think they kind of have the dynamic of like Batman and Superman. Like
Mhm.
that's still a battle, even though obviously Superman should stomp. But Batman might do some Batman shit and even it up. Like Kong might get an arm amp. Kong might get a weapon that can help him. Kong's obviously like smarter and quicker, so
Also do think that the axe he has, me and my friends were talking about this too, out of curiosity, is what if they do something with that, maybe even like evolve it somehow. But people in the comments were arguing about that it's been like long deceased, whatever Gojira specimen's dorsal plate that is, so it might not work by undergoing that evolution process. And then another person told me that the only reason why Godzilla even achieved that was not only from absorbing the hollow earth energy, but also from I guess consuming Tiamat's energy.
yeah, the not sure what they're gonna do with the axe. I mean that shit is strong. We saw Kong block that new kaiju's ice breath, like for several
Hmm.
moments with it, and that same kaiju beat Godzilla back in the day. So, um, I definitely think the axe is powerful. Will it keep evolving? I'm not sure. Um, I don't know if they care about evolving it in that manner, but it'd be cool if they did. I think that's something we'd have to wait and see.
It would be cool because then if it didn't, and then it somehow like because Godzilla's atomic breath is drastically different from what it was before, I think it would probably make the axe, absorbing the energy like it did before kind of useless. Like maybe it'll I assume that if he tried to use that to block the energy, that it would start trying to absorb it, but then so much power would go into it too fast that it would cause it to like blow up or that's what I thought would happen. It's either that or it would just be too strong for the axe in general and then kind of make it not really worth anything against Godzilla.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably keep the axe narratively relevant.
Hmm.
That's probably my best take on that. They would just be like, okay, we got to keep this weapon somewhat relative to, the threats that Kong's facing, or we got to give him something new as a weapon.
Which I gotta say, the Beast Glove is not bad. It's not a bad take. I thought it was cool, you know. Um, being as it was able to help him against Shimo's ice breath. I think a lot of people a lot of people didn't see that, or at least they forgot. I don't know how, because I mean he was blocking that ice breath for a good minute, and it
Yeah.
didn't really like freeze his arm like it did before when he was using the axe to block the ice breath from Shimo.
Yeah, this Kong's like real solid.
Me and the guys also did say that Scar King was a good addition. We just wish that they did more with him. And he actually pulled up like a pretty decent threat. And not just that he had Shimo under his control, which made him a threat.
Yeah, I loved Scar King. He's one of my favorite characters in the MonsterVerse, like the entire
Mm-hmm.
franchise. I agree. It would be cool to have seen more on him. Maybe not finish him off. Uh, Give away. Maybe we could see him again. I don't know, because he had a crazy run. I would say it'd be cool if maybe we got like a flashback movie to some of the shit he's done, or maybe
Yeah.
they've already like made a Monarch show. They've already made a Netflix animated show. Like, why not do kaiju verse stories like some of the Scar King stories?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Um. Oh yeah. Before I forget this, because I was thinking about it over the week too. Now I don't know your opinion on him, but he is one of my favorite Marvel characters, especially when dealing with Thor. But are you ever gonna do a video on Beta Ray Bill?
Yes, I am a fan on Beta Ray Bill. I've always found him to be dope. Um, Always has fire moments in Marvel. Arguably should be seen more, but that's an argument for a different day. Regardless, though, I do have some content with him coming up, um, and I do. like his character as well. I think he's dope.
Awesome, awesome. Uh, I've enjoyed watching a lot of your versus battles that you've done. I enjoyed the Spider-Man and Batman one. No, 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 not versus battles, but the swap fights. I
Oh
enjoyed the
yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man and Batman one for sure. That one is definitely up there as one of my favorite versus swap fights you've done.
Yeah, I mean, battle swaps were something that I found to be interesting just as a concept. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure I didn't invent the concept on YouTube, but I just wanted to like bring it to comic books, and I also have the ability to use use like other series throughout fiction, not just comic books. So I had started rolling those out, but those kind of can take a long time to make compared to some other content. Really depending
Mhm.
on who's doing the swaps, and you don't want to do too many too fast. But I do have a couple battle swaps I have planned coming up soon.
That's what's up. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do it. Um, specifically like Swag, and I don't know if you know who Thunder God may be, but he's also
Yeah, that's my guy.
done.
Actually, we talk every now and then. He's been on my channel before, on like live streams. That's my guy. That's
Mm-hmm.
he's my favorite Naruto content creator. Most I would say.
Yes, sir. Shout out to him, man. Yo, I gotta get him. I gotta get him for an interview next. He's funny. I love all his content. He was another one that I stuck with throughout quarantine for sure. He was another one.
Yeah, I could definitely see what he's got going on. Maybe link y'all up.
Bro, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that, man. For real.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope for sure. Always a good conversation too.
Hmm. Um, Dude, man, we went to Naruto content. What's your favorite Naruto character?
Hidan for sure. Hidan,
Idan,
yeah, like
solid.
he's in a world that's nothing but wizard shit from ninjas, and he runs around in a like sweatsuit with a knife, just cutting shit. That's like really what he does.
He was one character I will say, like, apart from him and Kakazu, I wish I saw more of them or got to see more of them because both of them were cool as shit. And I wish like the Josh Sheen thing at least came back from Boruto, or at least you got like more information from
Yes,
that and it
yeah.
wasn't just like one person. Um but Kakazu, I loved. He's one of my favorites for sure. Um Itachi. Naruto, he can be, at least from the people that I've been around. I know there's some who hate him and some who love him as a character. I grew up with Naruto in a sense.
Yeah.
First game I ever played, that was Naruto was the Storm Generations game. Before I even watched the anime, and then I watched the anime, and then I just grown to love it from there. I think it's a good series, a very good series. Boruto could have definitely been done better. I will say they're trying to recover it now though with like the little time skip thing they've got going on with Boruto.
Yeah, I in terms of the Naruto series, it's good. I think conceptually it's one of the most fun verses we've ever seen. like all the ninjutsu, all the lore. It's just real fun. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like my favorite manga or whatever. It's probably in my top 10. But I've read some really good manga, so I don't really think it's a slight to Naruto. A lot of people think I hate it. I don't. Sometimes I argue with the fan base, but that's it. Um, definitely has a lot of fun side characters too. Um, like if your series predominantly most people like root for side characters, you did a pretty good job as a writer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Um, I know another series that you love that you talked about on your channel was One Piece.
Yes.
How do you feel about One Piece as a whole?
I wish it wasn't 26,000 chapters. Um, like I had to, so that was like a sponsored read through. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I read through it. I think, I think it's like, I think the hate towards One Piece is a little weird. I definitely think it's like a harmless series and that it's just, it's an adventure. You could argue it's taken a long time to flesh out the adventure, but that's okay. The writer clearly enjoys you know, taking his time with the storytelling and the journey. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Luffy's cool. I enjoy Luffy as a character. Kaido's my favorite character. Um, it's a good read. It's a good read. Between that and Naruto, I would say Naruto's a better read because it's not as long. I think the pacing's a little better. But yeah, I do enjoy One Piece though.
When it comes to One Piece for me, I was introduced to it by a friend who was interested in the series. So I gave it a shot, watched a few episodes in the beginning. I made it up to the Skypiea arc. Just got done finishing his battle against Enel. I still got to catch up through like a lot of chapters though. A lot. And that's not even like the tip of the iceberg. It's nowhere near close with where I am. I'm still in like post pre time skip. As far as favorite characters go in the series, because I do know a lot about stuff that happens later on. Ooh, my favorite character firsthand, I think, was Sanji. Yeah, I believe it was Sanji. It was either Sanji or Zoro. And then over time, after that, when they spanned off of the Straw Hats, it went to Ace. And then I believe that was about it as far as favorite characters in that aspect. I really love the show. It's very fun from looks at it. I haven't really done a D&D on it, but I've seen YouTubers do One Piece D&Ds, and I think it's an awesome. It's an, you can do like an impressive storyline with One Piece, and I'd actually enjoy something like that.
Yeah, I love D&Ds myself, and a One Piece one doesn't sound bad for sure. Um, expansive world. Obviously, when you have that many chapters, you've done a ton of world building. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could definitely see that being a hit as a D&D.
Yeah, I've watched good D&Ds on it. It's great. Um, I believe you also said one of your favorite animes was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
is goated. I enjoyed the fuck out of that series. Not gonna lie, that one right there, mm, that one
Yeah,
right there,
I have
because
you in my like top 5.
for me, for sure, it's definitely in my top 5 for anime,
Yeah.
for sure.
I
Or
didn't
maybe even my
actually
top
watch the
3.
anime first. I probably read the manga like 4 or 5 times before I saw the anime.
What's your favorite character from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Um, hmm. Kurama's up there. Um, probably Kurama.
For
Love
me, it was
Kuwabara as well.
Yusuke. Kuwabara is great. I definitely will say I enjoyed when he had his chance to shine during the Dark Tournament against the elder brother, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I definitely enjoyed that. I love Hiei. He's one of my favorites as well in that series. Um, one of the things I said that I wanted to get, which I know is gonna be a hassle, but it was gonna be fucking awesome, is Dragon of the Darkness flame tattoo.
Oh yeah, that'd be probably fire.
Dude, like when I first saw that, and then the concept of it, it was just like, yo, that tattoo goes fucking hard. If there is any tattoo I know I would want, it would be that one right there.
Yeah, that would be fire. The Dragon of the Darkness flame was also like one of the dopest debuts of an ability.
Mm-hmm. Especially on how it was used, where his opponent, he just fucking ate him like, and
Yeah.
then with that, on top of that, the dragon comes back and consumes Hiei. He gets stronger from that. It's just like, yo, that was fucking hard. Like it was different. It was really different. It reminded me of freaking Sasuke and Itachi if they're at Matarasu, but like an actual like creature and not just flames.
Agreed. Yeah. Like giving it a little more sentience than just a flame ability.
Mm-hmm. Um, what's some things you got planned for your channel coming up this year?
I'm definitely going to get my One Punch Man review by the time the new chapter drops. I'm hoping to have it all caught up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more versus battles that are in depth. Some Goon videos, some Jobber videos. Reviewing new comics. I'm doing the review of Blood Hunt right now, which is a pretty large event
Mm-hmm.
in Marvel. So, yeah, I would say the reviews will be a big part.
Yeah, I did watch that Blood Hunt review video you did, and I was like, yo, Thor got one tapped, and
Yeah,
then
definitely a crazy
on
read.
top of that, bruh, like when I saw it from the panel of it, it looked like he got shot in the head by like some wooden stake or something. Like it didn't even look like something that was insanely crazy. It was just like, wow, Thor just got one shotted. Like I expect that from maybe like a lot of the low tiers in the Avengers, but Thor, yeah, yeah, they're cooking with this one. They're definitely cooking with this one.
Yeah, it's and I got
It
a
was
buddy of mine writing one of the comics for it, so I'm excited for the run.
that's dope. Dude, like especially when I always know when they bring Blade out, they're about to cook with something. Because I remember they did it with the Marvel Zombies a little while ago. I didn't I don't think I ever finished Marvel Zombies, but when I did, when I watched it, some videos on it and stuff like that, I definitely did say I enjoyed it. It was different, especially for how they did it because I know DC also has their version of like zombies, but it's not the same.
Yeah, yeah. It's I do think zombies like Loki inspires a lot of runs that both comics try to do, but it's
Hmm.
definitely a little different.
And it's raining. Okay. Aesthetically pleasing. Um oh, I got a good question. Um when you first were starting off with your YouTube channel, like what did you expect?
Um, I didn't really have expectations. It was kind of just a build, and eventually someone will come and look at it. So I just started putting out content. Um, I started going to different communities that were involved in the fiction side. Um, kind of grew from there. Um, I don't have much expectation for my channel besides just work hard to make content I think people want to see, and that's about it. Whatever comes with that is a bonus.
Mhm. Mhm. That's great, man. Like honestly, um especially for your videos, some of the favorites being like your Santa ones versus Thanos. That one was more hilarious. Less so for the scaling reason, but more just wanted to laugh because I thought it was goofy. Um. Uh. Do you still think I think it was you. You did a Rune King Thor video a long time ago against uh Cosmic Armor Superman. Do you still think that Rune King Thor is stronger than Cosmic Armor, or has that opinion changed?
Um, he probably is a little bit stronger. Um, Room King Thor also got some scaling updates recently, so I don't know. It's a close one. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really have a strong opinion on it as of right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
probably, probably still leaning Thor, but I could see both sides.
Battles where Superman does not win that I know of, if I'm going to be honest. It's so hard to get like a good debate or even like a good versus battle when it comes to Superman. Like I know I've had my fair share of arguments with people, uh, especially about that, because they were even finding it harder to believe. And I don't know. I don't like to say Goku tard because I personally like Goku as a character. I don't really hate him. I don't really have no problems with him. I think he gets overhated, and it's only because the toxic people in his fan base are they don't know what they're talking about. They just assume.
Yeah, a lot
But
of
I
fan
know he was
bases can be toxic.
mhm. I know you're planning on making a video on Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Superheroes versus Superman.
Can you repeat that one real quick? I'm sorry, I cut out.
Oh, seen an update on your channel about you doing something with uh okay, with Superman versus Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually planning to do, I believe my Superman versus Goku composite forms went, I think it hit the light goal. And I said if it hits the light goal, I'll do Superman versus Goku all forms. So it'd be like a round by round format using the different forms of each character.
Mhm.
So yeah, heroes would definitely be on there. Current Superman, Cosmic Armor, Capsule Core, Jump Force, Goku, like all those.
So would you consider those as like extensions of the character in like Goku's case? Because it's not like it's mainline Goku, but they're using or they at least portray it as if it was mainline Goku with like a lot of the characters they did in Jump Force, especially.
Um, yeah, Jump Force was sought to somewhat stick to the canon versions of what they were crossing over with. So I would say, yeah, that was a big focus.
Man,
And
they ruined that game because of the character models.
they also said they couldn't add Saitama because narratively he would just one tap everyone. And that pissed a lot of people off when they said that.
That is ridiculous. Apparently, Saitama, funny enough, is like he's up there in universe buster now.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten stronger with recent additions to the manga with the powers of God and whatnot. He's
Uh-huh.
OP.
Because I know his battle with Garu just happened not too long ago. But he's getting close. He's getting close. It's gonna cause more drama, but he's getting close. He's getting up there close to Goku now. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean it depends on how you view like Cosmic Garu, how you view God in One Punch Man, how you view Blast, all those characters, because obviously Saitama scales above. So depending how
Hmm.
you take that, you might even have him above Goku right now. Really depends how you look at it, because they do use many worlds theory, which is super broken, and like God's power scales above that. So
Dang. Wow. Honestly knew it would eventually happen. But like in earlier runs with Saitama, because he didn't have like the showings to say that he was as strong as he was, and now that he does, like now you gotta give him his flowers now because he's getting up there. But before, it was like, nah, he still need time to grow.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting for sure. I enjoy the hell out of One Punch Man. I think it's a fun read. I'm enjoying covering it on my channel. And I'm excited to like catch up with the current chapters. But I actually have to head out. Um, I appreciate you bringing me on to interview.
No
Um,
problem.
definitely everyone make sure to subscribe to him. And yeah, send me I guess you could just DM me, some of the people you want to potentially interview, and we'll try to make that happen.
Okay, cool. By the way, before you go, I wanted to see if there was any way I could get into your Discord server because I know you have one, but I never knew how to like join or anything like that. Is there something I need to pay in order to join your
No,
Discord?
I have a Discord server for my main members. I'll send you a link. It's usually in my video descriptions, but I'll send you a link in DMs.
Okay. Well, all right, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Dr. Goons, for coming on. It has been fun. I enjoyed talking to you. I hope we can do another one of these sometime in the future.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on, and we'll definitely chop it up soon.
All right, man. You take care, and all of you guys, you take care. I'll let you guys know when the next update shortly is gonna be on the next video.